All right, I'm going to give you a few tips and tricks on how to get through experiment 2.5, the mass of copper and sulfur. So it says the changes you have examined so far were quite mild. A more dramatic change in matter takes place when sulfur and copper are heated together. It says put about 2 grams of granular copper and 1 gram of sulfur in a test tube. We're going to cut those numbers in half. So you're going to put about 1 gram of granular copper. Here's our granular copper. And a half a gram, so 0.50 grams of sulfur in a test tube, which I have given to you. So the first thing you're going to do is, you'll notice I gave you each a little piece of paper. This is called tear paper. So you're going to put that on your balance. Then you're going to hit your 0 button so that we don't include the mass of the paper in our mass. So hit the 0 button. You're going to pull out this copper. It's in these little pieces. I've tried to trim it up for you. You're going to pull out your copper, put it on the scale until you have about 1 gram. Then you're going to put that in your test tube. So put it on the paper, mass it out. Then you can kind of fold the paper however you want to do it and get that copper down into your test tube. Then it says a half a gram of sulfur. So here's the sulfur. Sulfur can be irritating to our skin, especially our eyes, so you're going to have your safety goggles on. If you get it on your hands, just wash your hands off. If you get it on the lab desk, just get a wet paper towel and wipe it up. So use your scopula, mass out half a gram of sulfur. You're going to put that in the same test tube with your copper. Then it says stir the mixture with a glass rod or by shaking it gently. You can shake it up a little bit. Just make sure that that sulfur kind of mixes with that copper in there. Then close the end of the test tube with a piece of rubber sheet held in place by a rubber band. And you each have one of these at your station. So you're going to put this over the end. This is how we're making our closed system. In 2.1 and 2.4 we used a jar with a lid. This one we're going to use this piece of rubber and a rubber band, and you're just going to go around and around and around until you get a snug fit on there. Then it says record the total mass of the closed tube and its contents. So you're going to have copper, sulfur, everything in here. You're going to find the mass before we heat it. Then you're going to heat it. It says heat the mixture gently until it begins to glow. You'll see it. It'll be like a bright orangish glow. Then remove the flame immediately. Then you're going to let it cool down a few minutes. Remember, hot glass looks just like cold glass, so let it cool down. Once it's cooled down to the point you can touch it, then you're going to put it back on your balance, mass it again, and see if there was a change in mass when the copper reacted with the sulfur in your test tube.